Hello everyone, this is Defense Politics Asia and this is the Frontline Changes report for the past 24 hours for the day of 1320 for the 5th of October. We have Frontline Changes mainly congregated mostly in the Komar Hulyaipole sector. But we have one over in the Pokrovsk front. In the Evil Rabbit region, the Pokrovsk breakout zone, Russian forces has been geolocated at Vilny. So there's two geolocations. These two geolocations means that the Russian forces have actually captured Vilny, and I've mapped it in this way, slightly more conservative, but it does put into question into Ukrainian claims that they have no cut the Russians over here. It does put a lot of question mark into their claims. So the advance in this sector in the straight line is around 3.8 kilometers. This is a very big advance from the previous understood front line from Novoshakove. So there's the front line change in this sector here. If I zoom out, you can see the implications. The rabbit have now started to have a third year. Yeah, definitely very evil and very demonic. So the next front line change is over in the Komar front. So over at the southern part of the Komar front, where the Russian forces is doing the massive offensive into the northern part of the Hulyaipole sector at Ternove, the Ukrainian mapping have claimed all these very weird looking maps. They continue to shrink as the Russian forces, according to the Ukrainians, have taken more grounds in Ternove. So the claim continue to shrink in Ternove. So yeah, because it is an impossible salient, so it's definitely impossible, can't possibly be real. They just taking their own sweet time to close up the whole thing. After Ternove, the next frontline change is the Novovasilivka. So this is over in the Ternove is here. So we are now going to this area at Novovasilivske. So this is I believe a geolocation. Oh no, it's a deep state UA mapping. So of Russian forces taking a little bit more of this tree line here. So this sector here is according to the Ukrainian mapping taken by the Russian forces. So the advance in this sector is around maybe 400 meters around there, and moving in the direction of Novovasilivske around here. They are moving in that direction. So that's going to be a problem for the Ukrainians if the Russians reach there and they're starting to penetrate through and cut off the route north of Poltavka, which is over here. So that will be a big problem, and I think it's already a big problem because the situation at in the north of Poltavka is even more critical. So according to the deep state UA, the pro-Ukrainian mapping have updated the mapping in this way. This sector here, according to the Ukrainian mapping, is now under Russian control, which pushes towards two different areas. One, it pushed towards this place called Okonipshe, and as well the other one is actually into the northern part of Poltavka. And so this is a very important tactical change in this sector, is putting a threat to cut off the northern reinforcement road, and which will force all reinforcement and resupply at least by land to go through the tree lines, which is very not comfortable, right, very inefficient. The advance in this sector here is around at least 1 kilometer, at the very least 1 kilometer. The furthest point towards Okonishe is 1.6 kilometers. So these are some significant advance in the north of Poltavka, and then there's one last frontline change is southeast of Poltavka, in the eastern part of Melanivka. This big chunk here is also disclaimed by the Ukrainian mapping. So this entire sector here is now captured by the Russian forces with Vishneve fully secured by the Russian forces according to the Ukrainian mapping. Although the Russian has already claimed much further than this, and but yeah, that's the change. The biggest extent is at least 2.5 kilometers. So that is the frontline change in Vishneve. So these are all the frontline changes. There's only like six of this, six parcels of land that is mapped, and So oops, let me, yeah, so let's do some calculation in terms of the total area captured in the past 2 days. The Ukrainians, so let me put this down a bit. The Ukrainians past 2 days have captured 2.13, but the past 24 hours they did not capture anything. The Russians the past 2 days captured 31.61, which averaged out around 15 plus square kilometers. Today they captured the past 24 hours they captured 4.65 plus 1.18 plus 7.95, total area 13.78 square kilometers captured by the Russian forces, which is, yeah, really also around the same range, and is slowly decreasing towards the 10 square kilometers range. So yeah, things is moving but not as fast as it was. So we shall see. We shall continue to monitor to see how the war continues to move on. But that's about it. Thank you for watching. Happy birthday to you for your birthday today. And press the like button, subscribe, of course, must subscribe. And check out the DP Open Mic. We just have a very awesome discussion about about stuff happening all around the world. And I'll see you guys in the next update.